in between now and then. That's 10 p.m. Central Time. And I want to, oh, one other thing. I'd like to thank everybody who's contributed to my Patreon. If you like my work, there's an option to give a buck. Give a buck. And what I'm trying to do is build up an amount that will supply for me so I don't even have to worry about YouTube. I don't even have to worry about putting ads on my videos or thumbs or shares or any of that. If that's offset, so I can do it as a full-time job still. If you guys didn't know, there's a YouTube ADpocalypse going on right now where all the channels are being picked off or you're being just put down to the bottom of the pile. Everybody's been cut down, like the grass has been trimmed and some spots have been trimmed too close. And many video makers are kind of up against a wall. So Patreon is a way that you can put the equivalent of what you would put into a parking meter once a month, like $1 once a month, you can put into the parking meter, right? Well, that's what this is. This supplies for me. I'm spreading it out to thousands of people. And if everybody gives a small amount, I give to people's Patreons too, like $1. And it's, you know, $1 adds up if thousands of people give. And then I get compensated. We don't have to have ads. We don't have to have corporate sponsors. I don't have to sell anything. All the threats, all the shutdowns, they could even turn off my YouTube channel and it wouldn't matter because I could still email you the video. I could still put the video on my website. I could put it on Daily Motion. Once I'm freed up and get away from YouTube, we've been beholden to YouTube because one, that's supposedly the place that we can reach people. And two, it's the only one that will pay us. Now, yeah, you can get paid on Daily Motion and other, but nobody watches. So in other words, it's like if you want to do this as a full-time job, you either got to sell something, which I would refuse to do. I have my merchandise on my Zazzle page, but I don't sell anything. I exist off fundraisers for the most part. So now we're dropping the fundraisers entirely. So this does away with fundraisers and public critique of those fundraisers. Oh, my God. It's such a pain in the butt to be attacked for asking for help so you don't have to sell out to a corporate sponsor, right? Like, I'm trying to keep it so I don't sell out to a corporate sponsor or accept financing from a bank or something. And then the trolls roll out because you're getting money given to you by people, you know? And they don't like that. They want you to be on the hook, just like a big company would be, to take out a loan and all the stuff that you would have to do to start a media company. And I don't want to do that. I want to keep it organic. I want to keep it crowdfunded. I want to keep it legit without me being influenced by anybody who gives. And the way that that's going to happen now is not through a fundraiser, and it's not going to happen through a super chat on YouTube where they get 40%, and it's not going to happen through ads on my videos. It's going to happen directly from you guys to me, and in exchange for you guys giving a small amount per person, I will provide every day for the foreseeable future. As long as I'm healthy and can keep doing this, I will keep providing for you guys on the seismic information and geophysics research and even plasma and some other stuff that I want to get in. And the more that's given, the more I can grow. And then nobody can step in. And they can't hang my channel over me anymore. See, you notice a difference? You notice a difference in how I'm acting today? I am happy today. I am pleased that I am breaking free from this YouTube trap where I'm beholden on YouTube because of finances, because I want to do it full time, and because I think that's where you guys are. And now I know you guys will, at least 95 people, will go wherever I am, whether it's my website or Daily Motion or where I email it to them or whatever I've got to do. And the patrons who are giving are the people who are part of this and making it happen going forward. So going forward, it's going to be an entirely different operation than what I've done over the last 7 years. You see the countdown. The countdown is 174 days, 6 hours, and 37 minutes. Now 36 minutes. In 174 days, that's my birthday. Just so happens to be September 30th. And it's also the end of the fiscal year, the start of the new fiscal year. And on October 1st, we're flipping it. And everything changes. And I'm not giving away what's happening other than to say the channel's changing. It's still going to be earthquakes. Still going to be earthquakes and forecasting and all the stuff I do. But it's going to be an entirely different way of doing it. And I think you guys are going to love it. I know you're going to love it. Because it's going to be bigger than YouTube. YouTube is a way to reach people, or YouTube used to be a way to reach people. But there's a mass exodus happening from video makers. You guys are going to notice the difference. By next month, you will notice the difference. Because with everybody being cut off financially on YouTube and being punished with loss of subscribers and huge attack campaigns and all that, it's not worth staying around to present yourself. It used to be, but it's not anymore. So, you ever have a band you used to like, and then the band sold out corporate, and somehow it changed, and the music somehow changed, and you're like, you know what, I used to like them, but I don't like them anymore? Well, that's kind of the tune that I'm hearing on YouTube. I don't like YouTube anymore, and I don't think many of you do either. I think you're here out of necessity because there is no other place to go. But the only reason that YouTube is a necessity is because for video makers like me and everyone else that's on YouTube, they're trying to seek a lot of people and trying to make a living doing it. That's okay. You're trying to make a living doing something online that's a new media that popped up in the last 10 years, and it's a worthy effort to try and do. But it's reached its limit. We're now being limited by the advertisers. The advertisers are trying to dictate to us our content, the words we use, what we can talk about. That's not acceptable. I'm not going to be flowing for that. I will shut off ads. I will get rid of the service before I let some Dove soap bar or Starbucks coffee or Pepsi Cola or whoever, Walmart, who else is taking part in this? Procter & Gamble. Yeah, let them tell me what I can talk about on earthquakes. Yeah, that's going to work. I will take $0 and no popularity and lose everything on YouTube before I let Procter & Gamble tell me about earthquakes or what's acceptable when it comes to geophysics reporting. Last time I checked, 200,000 of you have come online to get away from TV advertising, get away from big media, and talk to real people and get real information from other real people who are not broadcast like they are on TV. And in case you missed it, I've got one final thing to say about YouTube now that I'm free and clear and breaking free from YouTube entirely. If you've noticed, over the past several months, especially recently, I've noticed a tab appeared on my left-hand side when I'm logged into YouTube, and it says YouTube TV or something. And what they're doing now is they're bringing YouTube into, or TV, like TV programming, straight up TV, into YouTube. Yeah, it's got Get YouTube TV. And you click on it, it's $35 a month, just like subscribing to a cable channel. And you get basketball and live, live news, CNN, MSNBC. Now, were you guys ever coming to YouTube to watch TV? Don't you guys all have TV for the most part? Aren't you already paying $30 or $40 or $100 a month to have TV in your house on your TV? Why would you come to YouTube to watch TV? This is YouTube, not the tube. The tube, the boob tube, is the boob tube. And that's what we're all getting away from, right? Right, guys? I mean, isn't that what you came... That's what I came online for. I got a TV in the other room. I could go watch it at any time. It's boring. It's boring. I like to watch the controversy on YouTube. I like to be shocked and appalled on YouTube. I like to be mad in the comments on YouTube like everybody else. I like to be happy. I like to laugh in videos. I like to see original content that I would never see on TV because it's low budget produced, because it didn't get cleared by a producer and a test audience, and because it doesn't have advertisers on it telling everybody what to think and do and say. Now here we are, and YouTube's encroaching. Now, Susan Wojcicki, the CEO of YouTube, at this point, has screwed YouTube into the ground. Susan, you need to step down. You do. You need to do the right thing and step down. Now, I understand you were involved in the formation of Google and Larry Page and everybody was working out of your garage and you're the hipster and all this other stuff. But look, your time has come and gone. You're making bad decisions. It's screwing everybody. You're bringing TV to YouTube. What the hell are you doing? You've already done the YouTube heroes. Under you, since 2014 is when she came in. Look what's happened on YouTube since 2014. It has gone Now, they may have made a little bit more money, but they're not anymore. This next quarter is going to be a dramatic loss. It is going to be not offset by viewers, not offset by video makers, and the advertisers are running like crazy. And everybody's talking about it. Susan, in case you didn't know, the talk amongst the video makers is, man, where's the next service? Who's coming up next with the next service? Go over to Steam It. Go here. Go to Patreon. Go, try to offset YouTube. Boy, I can't wait for the next greatest service to come up. And I've already thought, I'm an inventor, and I've already thought of a service that would fully replace YouTube, take it off the web entirely, and put it strictly on the internet. You wouldn't have to go to a website. It would work more like Napster, but with no download. So we've come up with ways to replace YouTube already, and I've already got a name for it and everything. We've talked about it in the chat. Maybe go back through the chat logs if you're at Google and you really want to know what's the idea to replace you, but we've already come up with it. So it's just a matter of, does somebody want to make it? I'll give it to somebody. Somebody wants to make it. I don't want to put YouTube out of business, but I'll give it to somebody. I'll give somebody the idea, and you can take it and make it and watch old websites go away. There's no reason to have to go to a www to go watch a video, especially when you can host it now on your own cloud. Maybe I just gave a little bit too much away there. All right, so anyways, yeah, I'm on VidMe, by the way. I just have one video on VidMe as a placeholder until I want to break off and start using VidMe. I haven't really touched on it too much yet. So I am just fired up. You can tell I'm fired up, but I appreciate everybody who's given, everybody who's freed me up, because once I'm freed up, I'm free to speak. And there's somebody else on YouTube who's been there for a long time who said, if you can't speak freely, you're simply not free. That's so true. If you cannot speak freely, you are not free. And I've felt for a fair long time now, especially over the past couple of weeks, that I've not been able to speak freely. Speaking under threat of duress, threat of physical harm, threat of financial destruction, and threat of censorship for just speaking on earthquakes or science topics. Now that's when you know the service you're on has reached the party's over. It's like being at a huge party it's being at a party that was cool and fun with some cool people and you were having a good time. And then a bunch of other people showed up. It was still fun. It got active. It got crazy. There's people dancing. There's people drinking. There's all kinds of stuff going on. And then all of a sudden, after the people get drunk, it starts getting a little bit out of hand. Some people are starting to push each other. Other guys are trying to show off for their girlfriends. Girls are starting to pull each other's hair and get out of hand. Next thing you know, it's a big brawl. The party sucks. The cops are showing up, and it's time to leave. That's where we are on YouTube. Now, Susan Wozicki, however you spell your last name, pronounce it, could have done something about this a while ago, and instead she chose the side of corporatism, TV, censorship, Big Brother. It was all under Obama and the end of the Obama thing when everybody was going police state and, social justice warrior, the whole bit. Now that's all passed. And look where we are. We have corporate sponsors dictating content. We have YouTube bending to the will of corporate sponsors for the almighty dollar, screwing the pooch when it comes to independent video making and siding with television. We know TV's dying. Are they going to take all that money from TV and try and pump it into YouTube? Because all that's going to happen is YouTube is going to go the way of the boob tube. And we will all move on to some other new service that, blows away what we're currently trying to use now. And again, I've already come up with it. Here, you know what? I'll just give it away. Let's just end it. We'll end my little update here by giving away the idea. I don't want to make this myself, but I promise you it will work. Here's how it'll work to replace YouTube entirely, video making wise. Okay, so this will only work for videos. Now for live streaming, it would be a little different. Got an idea for that, but this is strictly for watching videos, like everybody does. Let's say I've got my earthquake update as a video, and I want to get it out to the world, like I currently do on YouTube. I would take it and upload it to a cloud, like my OneBox, for instance. Okay, now this is what somebody needs to make. Something that runs like Napster used to, but without a download option. And what this program does, it's a program. You don't have to go onto the www, the internet, the web, I should call it. You don't have to go onto the World Wide Web, their web of control, to use it. You would download it as a standalone program or app on your computer or phone or tablet. And then you fire up the app, and in the app, you then go search Dutchsinse or earthquake. And it goes through the clouds, a set of clouds, looks through the clouds that are made public for that video or that name. And so I am responsible for hosting the content myself on my own cloud. And we all get free cloud storage services, enough to hold a few HD videos at first, like maybe 4 or 5 different HD videos could fit on a free cloud. And then if you want to buy more cloud space, you are responsible for buying more cloud space. You are responsible for hosting your own content. And then when other people use the app to search, it scrapes the clouds, it scrapes the sky, it scrapes the cloud, and it's going to be called skyscraper or cloud scraper. And it will scrape the cloud for a video. You can't download it, and the video player will be in the app. So it's not like it's separate video player or anything like that. It plays through the app through you. It could also be done for text and images with no download option, viewable through the player only, viewable from your cloud to your service. You're not actually sharing any file itself, and the threat of a virus doesn't exist, because even if you were to upload a virus to, we would only have approved clouds that would work with it, and it would be a file scan that goes in before you upload your video to the cloud. So the guaranteed you're not going to be getting a virus. Also, nobody would be getting your IP, because your computer, your app, would be talking to a cloud that doesn't record or give the end user that information. Now, how do you get paid as a video maker? Well, this is the simplest part of all. The app, when you fire it up, has an ad. First thing, when the app turns on, ad. You've got to watch it before you do anything on the app. Then, and that ad goes to the first video you watch. So, ad comes up, okay? Then you fire up the service, you type in Dutchsinse earthquake, and then you go find my video, click on it, and then it'll pay me based upon the click from the search, not from an ad coming up on the video. So the advertiser is not related to the video. The advertiser is related just to the search term. And to watch the video, you, of course, click the link after the ad plays. So to get your link, you have to watch the ad first. And everybody will understand that is the way that it supports the video maker. And then, of course, advertisers will flock to the service because there's no direct association between the ad and the video. It's between the ad and the search term, which is what everybody's concerned about as advertisers. They're not concerned about the video content so much as what the demographic is. What's the search term? Is it an earthquake person? Is it a fashion search? Is it a sports search? Okay, so it would work so simply. It would be a scraper. It would be an app that works like Napster, that scrapes cloud services that are pre-approved like OneDrive and others. You, as the video maker or poster of any kind, would post content and make it publicly shareable. Then the cloud gets scraped. That information comes up in a list that scrolls by, just like Napster did. And then when you want to watch something, you just click and it plays. Download not available. So, you don't have to worry about that. And the days of those old torrent sites, gone. You wouldn't need them. All that old torrent site, and people worry about torrents with viruses and stuff. It's not torrenting. It would torrent, but it's torrenting just from the cloud to cloud, and you're just tapping into it to watch something. It never is actually torrenting any information to your computer. It's just pulling information from the cloud, taking it to your PC for review, and that's it. And that's all I got for you, but it's a good one, and I think it'll work, and it will replace YouTube entirely, because why would you need to go to a www? Because then also think about it. Copyright. Let's say somebody's an idiot, and they take a full movie, and they put it on their cloud, and then they put it on the service. Well, of course, somebody might search the movie and might watch it. But Pursuit legally wouldn't come after our service, because all we're doing is providing a scraping service for the clouds that are out there. It would be between the cloud provider and the person who uploaded it. So DMCAs, all that crap goes away. They would have to serve a legal notice. They'd have to do subpoena. It would be a difficult process. And yes, it wouldn't be exactly friendly to copyright holders, but it wouldn't be an affront to them either, because if they want to go full legal, they can go after these people. But I guarantee you what would happen here is that when they go after people on the news service, it would only be if they're making a lot of money. What would be the point of going after somebody who only made 15, 20 bucks? Only a few thousand views or whatever. You would only go after the people who are ripping movies and getting millions of views, because then the movie studio would go directly after the person and actually be able to recover some of their money. So it would stop the small false claims and the BS claims that limit people and their freedom, and it would encourage big claims against people that really do pirating, right? It's just like a win-win all the way around. I've given a lot of thought to it because I thought, how could we replace YouTube? Simply with an app that works like Napster. It's genius. All right. So, and then for live streaming, there's a different way to do this, which is there's some cloud providers that, and as fiber optic becomes more readily available, there's some cloud providers that have a fast transfer service, and there's a way to save your live streams as a constant streaming file saved. So it would just be a matter of you live streaming to a cloud, and then, of course, that cloud would have to be fast. Like fast enough to almost real time put that back out. And you'd really just be watching like a daisy chain from the original broadcaster. But, I'm not worried about replacing live streams. I'm just talking about videos and censorship. Down the road, the live stream aspect can be addressed. So, anyways, I'm excited. You can tell when I get excited, I get creative. I get a glow back in me that I've been depressed for the last several weeks with this stuff going on. I'll be honest, guys. Depressed. But now that I've been freed up like this, thank you again to everybody who's been giving. I really appreciate it. And I'll be back if anything else goes down. Peace out.